Tale Swami Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Charini Nirvisesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shri Vasani Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Shri Shri Radha Vrindavan Chandra Ki Jai Shri Shri Nitai Gauranga Ki Jai Jai Ram Prabhupada Ki Jai Jai Gaur Premanande Good to hear me. Hare Krishna, everybody. I'm audible? Okay.
Yes.
Okay, Gupta ji, welcome. Hare Krishna. Okay, so today is the question and answer session. We'll be discussing on various philosophical aspects from whatever we have learned so far, and any other common questions generally we have with regard to Bhagavad Gita philosophy or any other understanding with regard to our scriptures or the type of worship we are doing. There are some practical questions which you may have and which you may not be able to get answers from anybody. We'll try to address them and answer them. And also with the different simple practices which we have been recommending in our sessions to do, like offering food to Krishna, on chanting Hare Krishna, worship of Krishna, all such things you can ask. Whatever practicalities you have, and some things which can help everybody with the questions. We'll try to answer whatever best possible way. Okay, so let us start from Kamath family. So you have any question?
Yes, Prabhu.
Yes, one question per family, then we'll come again. Huh? Okay, fine.
Yeah.
Yes, please.
Prabhu, this first thing is that Prakritehe Kriyamanani Gunai Karmani Sarvasha.
Okay.
Ahankara Vimudatma Kartaham Itumanyate ಎಂದು ಹೇಳಿದ್ದಾರೆ.
ಹೌದು.
That being the case, then the individual is not at all connected with whatever is going on. The nature is taking over the whole thing.
Yes.
Only the ahankara is the responsible thing. So how can we get rid of this ahankara?
Okay. So to make the question simple for others, simplify it. So there is a statement in Bhagavad Gita. Krishna says, actually we are doing nothing.
Yes.
Everything is done by material nature. But it is our ahankara. We are thinking that I am doing everything. Is what is Krishna telling in Bhagavad Gita. So question of Mr. Kamath is how to handle this ahankara. Am I right?
Yes.
Very good. Fine. So let us understand what does Krishna say in Bhagavad Gita in the later chapter. This verse you quoted in Bhagavad Gita, where Krishna says, actually nature is doing everything. We are not doing anything. And it's only our ahankara, out of false ego, I am thinking I am doing something. So this is in third chapter, what you quoted. In fifth chapter, Lord Krishna says, there are three doers. Okay. The first doer, fifth chapter of Bhagavad Gita, Krishna says, the first doer is I, the living entity. So what is my action? My action is to desire. I am desiring. Okay. The second doer is super soul, Paramatma. What does he do? When I desire something, Paramatma, depending on whether I deserve, whether actually I need it or don't need it, based on my previous karma, he will decide and give orders to Prakriti, you execute this. So Paramatma is second doer. Third doer is Prakriti herself, who is working under Krishna's order. That is Super Soul, Krishna's order. Krishna confirms this in 9th chapter. Maya Dhyakshena Prakriti Suyate Sacharacharam. Under my supervision, material nature is working. Everything what is going on is all under my supervision, Krishna says. So, let us understand this, what I told you just now, with an example. So, for instance, I want to lift my hand. That is my desire. As soon as I desire like this to lift my hand, if it is within my karma entitlement. Why? Because lifting hand, I think, oh, I am doing it. Actually, I am doing it now. Looks like I am doing it now. But say, for instance, if I am paralytic, I desire to lift my hand, but I cannot lift. Because the Krishna has withdrawn my power of movement in the hand. Right now, Krishna has kept me in good health. So I desire, simultaneously, Krishna as Paramatma is telling material nature. What is material nature? Material nature is Krishna's energy. And that energy is what this body is made up of. What is this body? This body is Prakriti. Prakriti, Bhumi, Apo, Anala, Vayu, Kham, Mano, Buddhi, Revacha. Krishna says in 7th chapter, earth, water, fire, air, ether, mind, intelligence, ego is what we are made up of. Okay. So, material nature is what is this body made up of. So, immediately, simultaneously, Krishna gives order to Prakriti. And Prakriti, we'll see that under her laws, she function. I am lifting the hand. It looks like I am lifting the hand. But actually, all these things are happening behind background. But they're all happening so instantaneously and so wonderfully. It looks like I'm acting. Dead body, what happens? Dead body, you ask him, do you want to drink coffee? What it will answer? No answer.
No.
Why? Because the power to respond is not there because Atma has left the body. No desiring capacity. Right?
Yes.
So that is why it is called dead body. Difference between living body and dead body is Atma's presence. Now, with this understanding of three doers, we are only desiring. That's why Krishna says in 13th chapter that we are Kshetrajna. Kshetrajna means I can only experience. I am experiencer. I am not the doer.
Yes.
Okay, I am experiencer. Again, I can experience only by Super Soul's mercy. If Super Soul has not given this body through material nature, and Super Soul has not made this whole phenomena in my body with regard to giving me eyes, giving me brain and different nerve system, everything, the phenomena Super Soul has made it in such a way that it appears as though this body is real. This is Super Soul's special chamatkar or miracle. He is making this dead matter to look like it is living, animating. Okay, just like you see a robot doing something. Oh, robot is functioning. But you know how robot functions. Robot functions completely under some scientific, arrangement. Likewise, there's a complex scientific arrangement which Krishna has made behind this body. Actually, this body is like a psycho-physical bio-robot, which Krishna has so wonderfully made. It looks as though it is, I spirit soul, I am doing. This is what is happening in the spiritual world. The spiritual, whatever is happening in the spiritual world, it is imitated here in the material world. Okay. So with this understanding background, let us come to your question of how to get rid of this ego that I am doing everything. Okay. So for this, very nicely, Prabhupada explains in that particular purport only how to come out of ego. Because first of all, what is ego? Ego means I am, or identity. Right now, the identity we are having is I am body. Wrong identity. right? We are wrongly identifying ourselves that I am this body. But when you understand the science behind how things are happening, the way I told you, little hints I gave you. You study Bhagavad Gita, you hear from Prabhupada, then you understand how things are functioning. Then this ego, this false ego, now ego as such identity that I am so and so, I am spirit soul, part and parcel of Krishna, that is real ego. That is proper ego. But right now we have false ego. The ego has been transformed into a particular type of understanding that I am this body. I don't know who is Krishna. This is called false ego. I am this body. I belong to this family. I belong to this nation. I belong to this, particular. I have this designation. This is what happens. So Prabhupada explains how to come out of this false ego in that purport only, in that verse. I'll just point out few things for us to understand. Later on, I want you to go to the purport of this verse. This is in 3rd chapter, 27th verse, 3.27. Okay. So, first thing Prabhupada says, the difference between an ordinary person and a Krishna conscious person, or a devotee, is that the Krishna conscious person understands or he knows my identity or my real ego is that I am servant of Krishna. This is what Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says. Jivera Swarupa Nitya Krishna Dasa. But the materialistic person thinks that I am this body, I am that, I am prime minister, I am that big officer, I am this person, I am that, I am this. So we are having wrong conception or misconception about our identity. This is what an ordinary person or a materialistic person is going through, this conviction. So this conviction is because you don't know that I am not this body, I am spirit soul. This is what Krishna teaches from the very beginning of Gita. Dehinosmin yatha dehe. You are not deha, you are dehi. You are atma within the body. Correct? Point number 2. Prabhupada explains that ordinary person does not know the mechanism of how the body functions. The way I explained to you, there are 3 doers. I can only desire. I give example of paralytic person. Paralysis happens. You desire, but you cannot lift. Why? Krishna has not sanctioned. Some people cannot hear. Why? Krishna has taken away the hearing power. Some people cannot see, blind. Krishna has taken away the seeing power. So all these powers Krishna has given you, and we are thinking everything is mine. Anytime Krishna can take away. The whole mechanism which is working like a robot in our body, Krishna says, we are yantra. And is all working under Krishna's supervision. Anytime Krishna can withdraw the energy. So ultimately Krishna is under control of everything. Ordinary persons don't know. They're ignorant. So whereas a devotee knows, actually this body is produced by material nature is under control of Krishna, and Krishna wills anything can happen anytime. So actually my entire existence, my life in this body is Krishna's mercy. Automatically your ego is changed. Right? So ego means, ahankara means what? Wrongly thinking that I am this body and I am controlling. But when you understand, no, I am not controlling, it is not my body, it's Krishna's body, your ego or identity, that false ego changes to real ego. So, 3rd point, Prabhupada says, a person with false ego or false identity, oh, I did everything, I did everything. He takes credit for everything. Right? Whereas a devotee, when some result is produced for Krishna, success happens for Krishna's service, he understands Krishna only has sanctioned it. If he doesn't sanction, how it will happen? Because in 18th chapter again, we will see Krishna says for every action there are 5 factors. And the most important factor is, the 5th factor is Daiva. Krishna doesn't sanction, what will happen? Okay, Shobhaji wanted to make a nice sweet for you. She has all the ingredients. ready. Everything is working fine. Gas stove is full. Gas cylinder is full. Everything is full. She also knows how to make. That day, sweet failed. Sweet dish didn't come out nicely. What happened? Krishna did not sanction. I've done it so many times. I'm expert in this. What to do? Krishna did not sanction. Correct? Finally, Krishna has to sanction. So when children, after exams, they say, first rank aa gaya. I did hard work. My parents helped me. My mother gave me coffee in the night when I was feeling asleep. My teachers helped me, giving me, some nice lessons. So many factors they say, but they'll never say, Krishna helped me. Like you, so many students have studied. No. False credit. Whereas devotees understand how Prabhupada never took any credit. He built a worldwide movement. He said, it's all mercy of my Guru and Gauranga. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's mercy, my Guru's mercy. So devotee never takes credit for himself because he knows everything is mercy of pure devotees and Krishna. That is the third point. And the fourth point Prabhupada explains is, a devotee knows that I am not the owner of this body. I am living in a rented house. This body is a rented house. Rented house means you are not the owner. Anytime owner says, please go, vacate, means you have to vacate. That's what our situation is now. This being the case, how can you claim proprietorship on the body? That's why Narad Muni says, Rishikena Rishikesha Sevanam. Our senses are Rishikena. These senses are belonging to Rishikesha, master of the senses. Krishna is the master. So my body means my senses, my body and bodily organs are all, owner is Krishna. I am only having it for a rent, this life, because Krishna has very mercifully given me this particular type of body. So this very basic understanding will bring you to the platform of bhakti. That's how we can come out of false ego or false ahankara, mithya ahankara, and come to real ahankara. That is, I am Krishna's eternal servant. Everything Krishna is doing, I am only based on my desire again, Krishna sanctions. See, our desiring is so important. Krishna is not forcing you to desire. He wants you to desire in a voluntary way that I want to serve you, Krishna. Please give me your service. I want to serve you nicely. So my desire is to serve you. Then Krishna will provide facilities accordingly. If you're desiring, I don't want to serve Krishna, I want to enjoy the material world, accordingly he'll give you facilities. All ahankara basically means the identity of what I should be. I want to be devotee of Krishna or I want to be servant of Maya. You decide. You have to be servant. You cannot be master anytime. Either servant of Krishna or servant of Maya. So what servant you have to be, you please decide. You're never a master. If you think you're a master, then there's one more ahankara. Okay. So like this, Krishna explains in Bhagavad Gita how to be nice servant of Krishna. Okay. So this is the understanding of this question what you asked. So hope you have I have explained your question. Nice. Thank you. So Deepak ji, आपका कुछ question है?
प्रभु जी एक क्वेश्चन मेरा है, एक क्वेश्चन इनका है. My question, Prabhuji, is see, Prabhupada ji made this institute so that we can get in touch with devotees, right? Okay. I think that was the purpose. And Prabhupada ji says that a devotees association. And Prabhupada ji says that you need to chant Hare Krishna mantra and read books. This is a very simple instruction he has given. Yes. So I'm just curious to understand, Prabhuji, that what is the science behind, building, skyscraper temples like what we are doing and like others are also doing. So okay. I'm little ignorant. What is the science behind this?
Okay. Fine. Very good question. Because everybody will have this question. So your question is, Very simple instructions Prabhupada has given of chanting, reading his books, and Prabhupada built this organization for devotee association. Why we have to build such a huge structure, big temple, skyscraper temple, so much money you have to spend? What is the need? Just go on preaching, no? Right. So for a common man, this is a big puzzle. Why it is so?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. So it's good, Prabhuji, but why it is? It is very good, but I don't know why.
I am not I'm telling that your question is wrong. I'm telling you it is a common question which everybody will have. Good that you asked this question. Firstly, let me tell you, Prabhupada brought the concept of organization or institution when he started the movement in 1966, July, in New York. Otherwise, in the earlier days, other than his Guru Maharaj, who started Gaudiya Math in 1920s in India, there was no such organized effort to preach the message of Lord Krishna, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu in a wide manner, widely. Okay, as you know, we are all in the age of wherein there are big corporations, institutions, organizations worldwide, right? Coca-Cola, how many years old it is? It must be at least 150 years old. So this is the organization benefit. See, some Coca-Cola company made in America in 150 years ago, it is having business all over the world. Any nook and corner of the world you go to remotest jungles of Africa or remotest villages of India, you'll get Coca-Cola. How? Because that is the way organization or the institution is established, reaching out to everybody. So, Prabhupada's Guru Maharaj and Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur Maharaj and his father, that is Bhaktivinoda Thakur, realized this aspect of organization, institution, and they understood this is the way we can spread Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's message all over the world. See how acharyas are very, they're having, you can say, foresight. They can see the future. Bhaktivinoda Thakur in 1890s, he predicted that there will be one powerful Vaishnava, it was referring to Prabhupada. He will come and bring devotees from all over the world, Vaishnavas, and they will all chant with mrudangas and kartals and with flags of Shankha Chakra in the streets of Mayapur, chanting Hare Krishna. That was a prediction made almost 70, 80 years before Prabhupada was not even born. So the point is, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's mission, with regard to his mission being spread in every nook and corner, every village and every town, is already predicted. Prithivite yata acha nagara adigram sarvatra pachara hoive mora naam. This is the prediction which Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's preaching will happen everywhere, already predicted in Shastras. So acharyas are pure devotees who will try to execute this wish of Lord. So starting from Goswamis onwards, this planning was going on. 6 Goswamis of Vrindavan. They used to meet every day in Vrindavan on specific place, Radha Damodar temple, and used to plan how to have a worldwide preaching. So from there, everything has slowly passed down. And then it came to Bhaktivinoda Thakur, who during his times, just now today it is easy to send a courier to anybody, any part of the world. Just imagine 1890s, Bhaktivinoda Thakur has written a book in English on Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and he has sent this to McGill University in Canada. In fact, all over the big universities, all over the world, he has sent the copies. And Prabhupada, when he started his movement in the West, one of his disciples told Prabhupada, I found this book of Bhaktivinoda Thakur in McGill University. Just see how our acharyas are working. So I'm just giving you examples of how meticulously they're working and how they're planning. So this organization, institutional way of, taking forward the movement of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is not happened today. It has happened from 500 years onwards, from time of Goswamis onwards. And Bhaktivinoda Thakur's son, Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur Maharaj, he established 64 Gaudiya Maths all over India during his time. At that time, India also had Bangladesh, Burma, and other countries. But that way, 64 Gaudiya Maths, just imagine, it was a big revolution. 1920s, when we were subjugated by the British rule. Just imagine. Because Acharyas knew through organization, the movement can spread very soon, very fast. And institution means there are some standard guidelines which everybody can follow easily. Why our mission? Even you see Ramakrishna mission. Right? So these are all examples to tell you how, if you want to very systematically spread the message of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu or spiritual understanding to everybody, reach out to everyone, there should be an organization, institution. Now, when Prabhupada started the movement, he knew all these various things, the desires of previous acharyas, his Guru Maharaj, what he wanted. So Prabhupada was that way empowered to go all over the world and establish Krishna conscious centers and distribute books widely. See, acharyas, one thing is, they follow one principle known as Yukta Vairagya. Yukta Vairagya means you use everything what is available in the modern context. It's like it may be a vehicle, a car, or an aeroplane, or a printing press. Prabhupada says in one of the books he writes, when missiles can be used in Krishna's service. So basically, Yukta Vairagya means you use everything for Krishna's service, for propagation of Krishna's message to everyone. It's like Prabhupada used dictaphone. If Prabhupada used to earlier, what he used to do, he used to write the manuscript, then that used to be again typed, then again it used to go for printer, for proofreading, big work. In fact, Prabhupada took 3-4 years to publish first volume, first canto of Bhagavata. And after that, you see subsequently how fast Prabhupada produced, because Prabhupada used technology. Prabhupada used the different amenities available for propagation of Krishna consciousness. So, in the same regard, Prabhupada did establish temples in the modern day context. Why? Because the temples are, as far as Prabhupada built big temples. He built big temple in Mayapur during his time, and Vrindavan, you would have seen big temple in Vrindavan, Krishna Balaram temple, and one in Bombay, one in Hyderabad during his time. And he didn't want, in fact, he wanted a skyscraper temple in Vrindavan. This he has expressed as a desire to at least 2-3 devotees during his time. So the spirit behind this is, people are all building skyscraper structures. In your Middle East, there are so many skyscrapers, right? In every country in Middle East, why people build skyscrapers? Because finally their whole intention is to maximize sense gratification. The purpose of any structure they make or anything they do is sense gratification. Same sense gratification of eating, sleeping, mating, defending. Right? Whereas skyscraper temple for Krishna is something nobody has done. Correct? So the principle here is, or the spirit here is, do anything which is very wonderful, gorgeous for Krishna, wherein people become attracted. Prabhupada used to say, see, if I would have simply sat in Vrindavan only under one tree and simply started chanting Hare Krishna for myself, how many people I would have preached? Because I went to the West, because I established centers, because I printed so many books, because I brought so many Westerners from outside and I did so many things, people are knowing about Hare Krishna everywhere. So point is how to catch a thief. When a thief is running, the police will run faster than the thief to catch him. So Prabhupada gave this example to tell us, modern day people are all like thieves. They're taking Krishna's money and running. So we have to do something which can catch them and bring them under Krishna's shelter. Right. Finally, as Kamaji asked, false ego, ahankara, so much, all they're making big money, but they're all spending for sense gratification. Same money they give it to Krishna, ahankara chala gaya. Ah, servant of Krishna. Right. So the mood is, instead of using your money for so many nonsense, give it to Krishna. That's why we are making big projects. Otherwise, for us, what is there? Sitting under a tree or a simple room is enough for us to chant Hare Krishna. How many people will come? How many will hear? To spread Krishna consciousness in a more wider way, in a bigger way, reach out to each and every one, it is essential that we follow in the footsteps of Acharyas. The principle, Rupa Goswami given the principle of Yukta Vairagya. Yukta Vairagya means you use everything, whatever modern amenities, modern facilities, and modern way of structures, everything for Krishna's service, but we are not attached to the service, attached to that particular thing. See, we use mobiles, gadgets, so many things, but we are not attached to those things. Using it for Krishna's service to spread Krishna consciousness. Just imagine, now you're all sitting in different places. You're sitting in Bahrain, some people are sitting in Delhi, here, there, all attending this session. How? Technology. If I say, no, all of you please come to Vrindavan, tell Prabhuji, we cannot come. I'll come only once in a year. Kamaji will say, I'll see once in a year or what? Anyway, joking. So point is, not practical. So you should go along with the time. See, whatever is happening, again, Krishna has sanctioned. Technology, advancement, everything. Use it for Krishna service. People are making money in different ways, but they are misusing the money for sense gratification. How to catch them and bring them back to Krishna consciousness? So we have to have big project, skyscraper temple. So that becomes a talk, and everybody. So let us go and see. At least they'll come and see. Even the thought that skyscraper temple for Krishna. So let's see, go and see what is going on. So these are the things which makes ordinary person to come to Krishna consciousness. Because in the modern day, very big, very monumental, very attractive things is what is attracting common man. Right? Simple temple, so many temples in village also, small temples. Something big, something very, making big news. I want to see. When they come, they hear Prabhupada, chanting Hare Krishna. They hear darshan of Krishna, prasadam. That will change their life. Mass preaching. In this regard, I want to quote you an example. Our Madhu Pandit Prabhu used to use the example very often. Why this big temple you're making? Madhu Pandit Prabhu, when he started Bangalore temple, that time they used to stay in a rented house, 2-bedroom rented house. That time, Madhu Pandit Prabhu used to personally go to one busy market area and for book distribution, and he used to have selling Bhagavad Gita. So he used to tell that time, every day I used to go to busy market area on a cycle, and hardly 2 or 3 Bhagavad Gitas used to sell. Personally, he used to tell people. Now, after Bangalore temple is open, every day 500 Bhagavad Gitas are sold. See, we don't want to give anything free. People should value what they are taking, so they'll read. So see, where is 2 Bhagavad Gitas, where is 500 Bhagavad Gitas? Distribution. See the difference? The level of preaching has exponentially grown. Correct? So in the modern day context, people want big, everything like, how they see in big things in the Western countries. So Prabhupada had this thing: think big, do big for Krishna. This is the concept. So basically, the concept of Yukta Vairagya, which Rupa Goswami explains, which Krishna also explains in Bhagavad Gita. Yukta Vairagya means use everything and anything available in the material world for Krishna's service, but you don't become attached to that thing. That's the point. Prabhupada built so many temples, but he was not attached to even one temple. He was always going around. Everywhere you see, Vrindavan Prabhupada has such a nice house. They have built for Prabhupada. Like that, Prabhupada has a house in every big temple. In Bombay he has, Los Angeles he has. I have seen at least in Europe many temples they have. Prabhupada is not attached. 1 or 2 days you should stay and then go move. Whereas we build one house and we become attached. We don't want to come out of the house only. Whole life you want to be there. Like Dhritarashtra. So we have to understand that, finally you have to leave this house and go. The Prabhupada's mood was preaching. I may be there today, tomorrow I may not be there, but this movement will be there. Prabhupada's mood was preaching. Okay. So for preaching Krishna consciousness, big things have to happen. Right. So this skyscraper temple is only beginning. You want to have skyscraper temples in Bahrain also. All over the world, you want to have skyscraper temples. This is Prabhupada things like that big. Why only one skyscraper temple? Have 100 skyscraper temples. Understand? This is the mood. Because everything is Krishna's after all. It's just that devotees have to desire and work in a proper way under guidance of our acharyas. Correct? No? If you plan now, what Prabhupada planned 50 years ago, 60 years ago, now it is manifesting in different ways. Now what we plan for Prabhupada's movement, it will happen after 50, 60 years. We should always plan in a way beyond our time, beyond our existence. Finally, it's Krishna's service, eternal. We don't know, again, we may be born again to do some seva. Next life. Right? Some other life, we may build some skyscraper temple in some planet. We don't know. But thing is, desire for Krishna seva. Life after life. That's all. Whether hell or heaven, I want to do seva to Krishna. That's all. That is the mood with which these projects are taken up. This is happening. Otherwise, for ourselves, what is there? There are so many other organizations. They are envious of ISKCON. Why? Because we have so many projects going on all over the world. And all of us are full of enthusiasm, full of energy, doing so many things. Right? So why? Because we want to preach. All are in total ignorance. I tell you one fact. In Delhi NCR area, there are 16 ISKCONs. You may wonder, one ISKCON is enough, no? I would say 100 ISKCONs are required in Delhi NCR. It is so huge. The population is the biggest in Delhi NCR. Oh, no, everybody is so busy here and there running. Even then, 15 ISKCONs is nothing. That is the mood with which acharyas used to think. Okay, so we have to expand our preaching mood. Should not be limited and understand, oh, this much is not there, that much. That if you think like that, Krishna also will sanction that much only. Matha, small ashram, oh, enough, no. Think big for Krishna service, but not independently. Think as per Acharya's direction. That's the part. Okay, I hope I have clarified.
Hare Krishna. Understood, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna. So Kalpana ji will come back next round.
Yes, sure.
Yes.
Sanil ji, आपका कुछ क्वेश्चन है? आपको टोकन दे दिया हमने.
Okay, thank you, Prabhuji. Yeah, Prabhuji, I'm just coming to the point that we are performing the Krishna consciousness, and what is our objective? Our objective is to people are getting so many objective. I'm just coming one by one. Some people have the objective of get shelter at the feet of the Lord.
Okay.
Some people are saying that I want to get moksha.
Okay.
Okay. And then I heard in one satsang that Rup Goswami has expressed that he doesn't want that moksha.
Also, no moksha required. No
He-
moksha required also. No.
Pardon?
No moksha required, he says. Yes.
Yeah. It is, he has mentioned already, it is like Paishachik desire.
Exactly. Very nice.
Yeah. So means also when you have taken class, that time you are talking about we should get out the cycle of life and death. Okay. So means what is I want to know the specific thing. What is our desire? Is a moksha is our desire, or we should be at the feet of the means we should be at the feet of the Lord.
Okay, good question. Your question is, I'm having different versions from different devotees, different classes. I've heard different things. I've read different things. What is the goal in life?
Yeah.
Am I right? This is the question. Your question is this: from Krishna consciousness, what should be the goal in my life?
No, means when Rup Goswami told that is that I don't want moksha.
Yes, fine. What should be our goal?
Yeah.
In our, what should we be aspiring for? Is your question, right? This is Chaitanya Mahaprabhu explains this in his Shikshashtaka. He says, "Na janam, na dhanam, na kavitam, na sundarim." 4 things he says. People, he says, I don't want people, followers. This is what everybody wants now. मेरा Facebook में इतना followers है, Instagram में इतना followers है, मेरा वो social media में इतना followers है. Everybody is boasting, followers. Politician says I have so many followers. Guru says I have so many followers. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says no followers. Followers is one more ahankara. Na janam, na dhanam. Dhana means money. I don't want money. I don't want any monetary benefit or any other type of benefit in terms of wealth, property, nothing. Right? Na janam, na dhanam, na sundari. Sundari here means for a man, a woman is a sundari. For a woman, a man is a sundari. Sundari basically means opposite sex. People are attracted to attraction for opposite sex here. The material world, whole world is running because of this. Everybody is attracted to opposite sex attraction. So I don't want followers. I don't want wealth. I don't want opposite sex association, and I don't want kavita. Kavita means glorification. Everybody should glorify me. Everybody should appreciate me. This is what people want. Everybody should tell me, like me. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says, I don't want any of these things. This is not the goal in life. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says next, 5th point, Mama Janmani Janmanishware. He says, I don't even want moksha. Life after life, let me take birth again and again. But every birth, Mama Janmani Janmanishware Bhavatad Bhaktir Ahituki Tvayi. In every birth, please give me your unconditional service to you, Krishna. That's all. Which birth you'll give me, I don't mind. In this regard, our Acharya Bhakti Vinod Thakur says, if I get the birth of Brahma and I forget you, I don't want that birth. And if I am born as a worm in the house of a devotee and my devotion is intact, that birth is good for me. So, the goal of Krishna consciousness or devotional life is to beg for seva, service to Krishna. Seva apeksha. That is the only desire. And what type of seva? Let Krishna decide. Generally, people go to temple and ask, Krishna, I want this way, I want like this benediction from you, or this, apeksha I have. But a devotee is nirapeksha. Nirapeksha means his desire is not specific. Because Krishna has his own plans. What way he has to give me desire? What way he has to sanction some kripa. But I can only desire Krishna, give me seva. This is exactly the meaning of chanting Hare Krishna. When you chant Hare Krishna mantra, it only means that you are praying to Radharani and Krishna, petitioning them, please give me an opportunity of serving you in whatever way you think is appropriate. You please sanction me what way I want to serve you, but you give me seva. Whatever seva you give me, I do. Because I'm fed up serving this Maya. So the whole purpose of Krishna conscious objective is to develop this intense desire of dedicated seva. If this is the only objective in our life, Krishna will provide whatever required to do for his seva. Just like Prabhupada's, what was his desire? His desire was only to do seva of, for carry out the order of his guru, seva. Order comes from Krishna to his pure devotees. So we have to execute the orders of pure devotees. That is the seva we should expect. In what way, how it has to be done, Krishna will direct from within. If you have the desire to do seva to Krishna, he'll give direction. Just like Prabhupada, when he went to America, he didn't have any direction, what to do, where to go. But his only qualification was, Prabhupada says, my intense desire to do seva to my guru, and Krishna was there. And that further took him to a different direction. So if our only desire is to do service to Krishna, seva to Krishna, you can see very adventurous spiritual life going forward. If we are very specific, I want this way only, I want that way only, Krishna also will award you based on your what you deserve. Just like Dhruva Maharaj, example is given. Dhruva Maharaj had a specific desire when he started worshipping Krishna. But after he became purified by worshipping Krishna, later on he was feeling what desire I had, so cheap desire. I was asking for some broken pieces of glass. But Krishna himself appeared to me and he's like, most valuable diamond. Such a fool I am. But Krishna understood his desire was something. That's why this prayer was going on. He sanctioned also. He ruled the world for 36,000 years. He sanctioned. And after this, you will go to Pole Star, one of the planets in this material world. But that planet is almost like Vaikuntha. Krishna sanctioned it. Dhruva Maharaj later on was repenting. What a fool I am. Krishna was personally there. And if I had requested him, Krishna, please take me back to the spiritual world immediately, Krishna would have taken me. But because I had this desire of getting a kingdom bigger than my father, Krishna fulfilled my desire. So any other desire other than serving Krishna, if you have, Krishna is very merciful. He will sanction. Tathastu. That's why Rupa Goswami says, Anya Abhilashita Shunyam. Anya Abhilasha. Any other desire should be Shunya. No other desire other than serving Krishna. We have so many desires. Actually, if you go deep into our heart, we have desire for name, fame, followers, money. If you start analyzing and getting into some critical analysis of what is all there in my heart, you can make a list, Zamba list, Bada list, right? List will not end, right? So Krishna knows, Paramatma knows what all desires you have, right? But as a devotee, we should practice, Krishna, I'll not, please purify my desires or don't keep any material desires in my heart. That is the prayer should be there in chanting Hare Krishna. Chanting Hare Krishna means I'm fed up with these material desires. It's only simply entangling. Please give me only one desire to serve you. Then automatically everything else will be falling in place. So your example, your understanding of Krishna's lotus feet, moksha, all these things are all subsets of this one important desire. When you have only this desire of serving Krishna, moksha is standing at your doorstep, one of Acharya says, and waiting and asking you, Sanyaji, what seva I can do you? This is what moksha will ask you. Because moksha is servant of Krishna. And when you are having only one desire to serve Krishna, you already attained Krishna's lotus feet. That is what devotee means. Seva bhav. What does Lord Brahma say? Premanjana churita bhakti vilochanena santa sadaiva hridayeshu vilokayanti yam shama sundaram achintya gunaswarupam. So one who is his heart is filled with seva bhav for Krishna. Then Santa Hridayeshu, Lord is completely in his heart always. You can see the Lord always. Lord is already there. Bhagavata, Lord Krishna says to Durvasa Muni, just like devotee is thinking about me in my heart, in their heart, I am thinking of devotees in my heart. This is Lord's work. Lord is sitting in Vaikuntha and thinking about his devotees. Just see. So, if you have seva bhav, Krishna is what Krishna says, Rupa Goswami says in Nectar of Devotion. Having this service mood to Krishna is the only attractive feature which can attract Krishna. Why were gopis so attractive to Krishna? Because of their service attitude. Their seva bhav was so much. Krishna told them, Ayo, your seva bhav is so much, I cannot repay you back. You please be satisfied with your seva bhav. I don't have anything to pay for you. I am sold out for you. Just see. That's why Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, this gopis seva bhav is so much, we should follow in their footsteps. Uddhav, cousin brother of Krishna, he was sent to Mathura, Vrindavan, to understand the devotional feelings of Brajavasis. He was actually a big scholar and he was one of the great devotees of Krishna. But when he came to Vrindavan, he saw the devotional mood, the seva bhav of the Brajavasis, the father, mother, and the gopis. He was thinking, I am nothing. I want to become a creeper, a grass in Vrindavan. Because the devotees here, the seva bhav of them is so exalted. So the whole teaching of our Krishna consciousness is how to become a nice servant of Krishna or Krishna's devotees. This is the whole purpose. Dasa, 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 dasanu dasa. You become servant, 100 times servant. That is how spiritual world is. Where everybody feels I am servant of this wonderful devotee. Material world, everybody wants boss. I am the boss. I am the society boss. I am the boss of the house. Right? Sometimes you hear, no, go to house. Yeah, my house is controlled by my wife. She is the boss. I have no control. So that, everybody want to become boss in the material world. And everybody should be subordinate to them. But spiritual world is, I want to be sevak. Seva, 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 seva. So this is the only purpose of Krishna consciousness, understanding and all things. So the whole process is going to purify you, if you follow properly, strictly, to bring you to this platform. Understand that I am Jivera Swarupa Nitya Krishna Dasa. Nitya Krishna Dasa. This is the purpose. This is the intention only and nothing else. And this has everything in this. Once you become servant of Krishna, then it has everything in it. Radharani is the topmost servant of Krishna. She's so much glorified. And while Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was speaking to one great devotee by name Ramananda Rai, they had a conversation. And then in that conversation, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu asked him many questions. One question was, who is the most famous person in this world? Ramananda Rai said, one who is known as devotee of Krishna, servant of Krishna is the greatest. Like Prabhupada is known all over the world as what? As servant of Krishna, devotee of Krishna. So our identity that I am servant of Krishna, humble servant of Krishna, this is the only desire we should have. This is the only goal we should have in life. Anything else is all, it comes as a subsidiary automatically. Right? That is the point.
So, Prabhuji, just one thing that again the question is coming that na janam means, but I have to again take the birth. That taking birth is also great pain. So to avoid the cycle, this.
See, taking birth for a devotee is not painful. For a devotee, taking birth is not painful at all because he knows I'm born as a devotee again. I'll be in the association of devotees. Birth, death, and all is all, are again whatever Krishna wants. Many acharyas have sung nice songs where it said, I had to take repeatedly birth, but please give me birth in devotee association. Then no problem.
Birth, staying 10 months in Om, that is a big pain. The 10 months to stay in the Om, that is the.
For example, for Parikshit Maharaj, Prahlad Maharaj, they were all in the womb only, no? They were all born. But they were all protected by Krishna directly. So if we are all devotees, the way will be born, it will be a different situation. It's not like ordinary people's birth. Okay, ordinary people who are under the laws of karma, for them birth is different. Krishna and his devotees, birth is different. So devotee is not afraid of material conditions at all. He only wants to do service to Krishna, whether hell or heaven, whatever painful situation it is, he wants to go through that situation. And hell means what? Even more painful it is. But his only desire is how to serve Krishna. Service to Krishna, I have to be servant of Krishna. This is the only objective. And if that is taken care, everything else he is happy with that. But Prabhupada preached all over the world with that mood only. Okay. Right. So we'll move forward. So Janardhanji, you have any question? Hare Krishna. Janardhanji. Hare Krishna. Not answering. Okay. Rituji, you have any question?
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Any questions? No. Have no questions? Okay. Ranjini Kamaji, you have? Hare Krishna, Ranjini Kamaji. Okay. When anybody has anything else to ask, you can ask. I'll take one more last question and close the session. Anybody can ask. Yeah, Gupta ji, yes.
Yes, Prabhuji, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, boliye.
Say I want to be Krishna Das, basically to achieve infinite. So that is my objective. So,
Sir, repeat कीजिए. Question repeat कीजिए.
I want to be Krishna Das, basically for achieving infinite and eternal happiness.
Okay, fine. You want to be Krishna Das for achieving happiness. Is your question?
Eternal and infinite happiness.
Okay, that is what Krishna is going to bestow you. Sachidananda. Sachidananda means eternal existence, infinite happiness, unlimited knowledge. That is what Krishna is going to bestow you. Once you come under his, if you are doing a seva, Krishna will bestow you this. Because in material world, we are experiencing opposite.
That's right.
This is non-permanent place, temporary place we are living. Asat.
Yes.
Vidananda. No happiness only here. Love, distress. And full of ignorance also. Achit. Whereas Krishna's world is Sachidananda.
Yes.
So, this is what Krishna is offering us. All of us are entitled for this. All of us are supposed to have this, provided Krishna says in Gita that if you'll get this Atmananda when you start offering your service to Krishna, because Krishna is ocean of Sachidananda. Touch him by chanting Hare Krishna, by doing seva to Krishna in different ways. That will automatically make you entitled, or rather, that flow of energy will happen to you. Just touching Krishna. Just see, so wonderful Krishna is. If you chant Hare Krishna, you're touching Krishna, ocean of Sachidananda. That energy will flow. This is whole Krishna conscious movement.
My goal is very high, and
no, it is not.
I
High.
have to put in a lot of efforts.
No. The thing is, it is made very simple. Even though your goal is very high, Prabhupada has made this whole process very simple. But goal has been simplified. You just have to chant Hare Krishna and hear that mantra.
That I'm doing.
Every day you do. And when Krishna has to bring you that platform of eternal happiness, unlimited existence, he will decide. But you go on with your service. Should desperately wanting Krishna, I should pray in that way.
No, I'm trying to do it whole day. Let's see where do we end up.
We are expected to do. Right now, we are supposed to pray and beg.
Right.
Rest everything Krishna will take care. We have to do our duty. If you don't even cry for Krishna, how Krishna will be, hearing you, right? We are not crying. We are simply, thinking, oh, okay, hello, we are sleeping and doing chanting. So Krishna will not hear us.
Very true.
Okay. So our whole mood should be very eagerly wanting to have Krishna's association. Then Krishna is ready. That eagerness from our side should be shown. Krishna also will reciprocate accordingly. Okay. Right. So any more questions?
Thank you, Prabhuji.
Thank you, Deepaji. Yes, Deepaji.
हरे कृष्णा प्रभु जी.
हरे कृष्णा. Yes, बताइए.
हाँ प्रभु जी, जैसे पहले एक माला करते थे तो जो मंत्र था वो मंत्र है जो उसको बहुत धीरे धीरे बोलते थे. अभी 16 माला करते हैं तो जल्दी जल्दी बोलते हैं. तो जो कृष्णा जो शब्द है वो बीच में ऐसा लगता है कि कृष्णा हो जाता है. तो क्या वो गलत है प्रभु जी? ऐसे मतलब बोलते समय जैसे हरे कृष्णा, तो जैसे अभी मैं बोल रही हूँ हरे कृष्णा, पहले जब धीरे धीरे करते थे तो हरे कृष्णा ऐसे बोलते थे. अभी हरे कृष्णा हो जाता. तो ये कृष्णा ऐसा बोलना अपराध है प्रभु जी क्या? जैसे 16 माला करते हैं तो ऐसा साउंड यही आता है जब जल्दी बोलते हैं. तो
आप पहले बोल रहे कि आपका स्लो मोशन चल रहा था.
हाँ.
चल रहा है.
हाँ.
तो क्या करें? इसका क्या समाधान है? ये पूछ रहे हैं आप. क्वेश्चन है ना आपका. चलिए, गोपाल जी बोलते हैं फास्ट करना, स्लो करना ये अलग बात है, क्योंकि हर आदमी का बोलने का ढंग अलग है, बात करने का ढंग अलग है. कुछ भी हो, आप हरे कृष्णा मंत्र जब बोलेंगे, मंत्र का हर शब्द आप स्पष्ट उसको उच्चारण करना है. Every word of the mantra should be uttered clearly and distinctly. कभी लोग फास्ट बोलते हैं, डिस्टिंक्ट प्रोनाउंस कर सकते हैं, as long as you know that every word is distinct. एग्जाम्पल देते हैं आपको. आप कभी परफ्यूम शॉप में जाएंगे ना, में अलग अलग वेराइटी का परफ्यूम रहते हैं. तो वो दुकान वाले आपको एक परफ्यूम डालेंगे आपके हाथ पे, हाँ ये अच्छा है. दूसरा डालेंगे तो पहले वाले से वो अलग होता है. समझ रहे ना? You have that sense of smell यानी कि आप हर परफ्यूम को अलग से आप उसको जो है उसका स्मेल अलग से परसीव कर सकते हैं. That much power you have. So likewise, every word of the mantra when you're chanting, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. As long as you are able to distinctly pronounce each word and hear them as one mantra, that is fine. So Prabhupada बोलते हैं एक जगह पे, chanting fast is not that it is is not important. What is important is whatever you chant distinctly, clearly, you hear. That is more important. Okay. So there is the point here is one concept which Madhu Pandit often says in his japa sessions is, हमें जो है ना chanting ऐसे करना है जैसे it's called quantized japa. Quantized japa means एक मंत्र पूरा अच्छी तरीके से बोल के नेक्स्ट मंत्र को जाना है. मंत्र यानी कि वन फुल मंत्र, हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, इस वन मंत्र. तो ये पूरा होने के बाद आपका बीट मूव होना है. सभी चीजें आपको ध्यान रखना है, क्योंकि हमारा चैंटिंग टैप वाटर जैसा नहीं होना है. हरे कृष्ण हरे राम राम, हरे कृष्ण हरे राम राम. That is again wrong. At least from your mind, you should have a distinct one mantra chanting, one over next. It should be like droplets from the tap, not continuous tap water. Prabhupada बोलते हैं इसके बारे में बहुत जगह पे लेक्चर में. तो first point I told you is you chant distinctly, clearly, and hear. That is the first step. Secondly, every mantra, one full mantra should be quantized, like unit है वो. उसको पूरा बोल के आगे बढ़ना है, पूरा बोल के आगे बढ़ना है. Because it's one person. If I tell Kalpana ji, it is you, one person. If I repeat again, I'm repeating about you only again. So one mantra, Hare Krishna mantra पूरा बोल के नेक्स्ट, हाँ मैंने एक मंत्र कर लिया भगवान को, ये मेरा सेवा अर्पण कर लिया, भगवान आप स्वीकार कीजिए. ये सब फीलिंग्स आना है अंदर से, वो फीलिंग से आगे बढ़ना है. So it is not that we are doing fast or slow. It's all basically clearly, distinctly uttering every word of the mantra. तो अलग अलग आदमी का जो एवरी पर्सन जो है वो अलग अलग होता है. We cannot generalize it. Somebody because of whatever reasons they may not be able to chant some speed. They have to chant little slowly and distinctly. Like for them that is how it is. For them it will take some time. Doesn't matter, right? But slowly with practice, what happens? I have personally seen, I personally experienced rather. एकादशी में हम थोड़ा ज्यादा जपा करते हैं. 16 माला के बाद जो जपा होता है ना, वो क्वालिटी अलग हो जाता है. हर मंत्र हम थोड़ा फास्ट में जप कर रहे हैं ना, इतना डिस्टिंक्ट क्लियर वो बोल रहे हैं और सुन रहे हैं, क्योंकि प्रैक्टिस हो गया ना 16 माला का. You try this, then you will see. That's why 16 mala is something minimum Prabhupada has given. The whole principle behind chanting is you chant distinctly, clearly, and hear that mantra sound what you are hearing, and it should be very clear for you. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna. Then you see you are not doing it slow or fast. It is the speed at which you are supposed to be doing. The whole mood is not to run or rush or do it whatever way you want. The whole mood is, the vidhi is you chant the mantra clearly, distinctly, the way you can distinctly, clearly chant every word and hear. That is the point. Everything else is is going to be part of the other, is main instruction. आपके तरफ से जो आप clearly, distinctly बोल सकते हैं मंत्र को, स्पष्ट उच्चारण उसको क्लियरली आप सुन रहे हैं उसको, दैट इज इंपॉर्टेंट. कितना फास्ट हो रहा है, कितना स्लो है, दैट इज सेकेंडरी, दैट इज नॉट इंपॉर्टेंट. As long as you're able to do this one, everything else is okay. And this is what we are supposed to do. We have to do from mindful japa, you have to come to the soulful japa, slowly. Mindful at least means you chant and hear the same mantra, not allowing the mind to think of anything else. It's like, you say mindfully you should, eat. You see, sometimes people are seeing the television or seeing some movie and eating. What they're eating, they don't know. Even you give some garbage in that, also they'll eat. So that is not called mindful eating. That is simply, putting and filling your stomach with garbage. Mindfully eating means you're tasting the prasadam. The taste, Krishna's taste, Krishna has tasted it, and you're, remembering and, recalling and feeling so nice. Krishna has tasted this prasadam and has given me, mercifully has given me, I am blessed. This feeling, this is called mindfully tasting prasadam. See, in Krishna consciousness, everything has to be done feelingly. That's called mindfully. तो क्या होता है कि माइंड नहीं रहेगा ना, हार्ट नहीं रहेगा, तो अलग ही हो जाएगा कुछ भी. Simply mechanically vibrating, when the machine will vibrate, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram. So Prabhupada says, don't do mechanical chanting. Krishna wants your chanting with feeling. Krishna, I want seva, I want your seva. The petitioning for seva, that mood you have to chant. I don't want Maya seva, I want your seva, Krishna. In that mood you have to chant. So for this, you have to read Prabhupada's books every day, associate with devotees. Slowly, Krishna will bestow you mercy. But you should have desire. I have to one day chant Hare Krishna mantra offenselessly. This desire should be there. A nice song from Bhakti Vinod Thakur. The meaning is, when that day will come, when I will chant Hare Krishna mantra purely, offenselessly. So like this desire should be there. When I will become nice servant of servant. When I will serve gopis, this desire should be there. Like this, these are all pure desires, spiritual desires. So if you have spiritual desires, one day Krishna will fulfill, provided you are seriously endeavoring to serve him that way. Okay? Chali.
Thank
So
you.
already time ho gaya. We'll close for today and we'll continue with our sessions next week onwards. Okay? Thank you, everybody.
Thank you, Prabhuji.